22 meters today.
A man who won the world title last year with 2 blood clots in one of his legs. Gonna go to Glasgow here in a couple of weeks. All right, Otto, Prevagen women's 60-meter final. I guess the appetizer to this main course men's head-to-head 60 between Noah Lyles and Christian Coleman, but still a great field. And Aaliyah Hobbs is the American record holder. What did you see in the heats that suggests that she's going to be able to defend her U.S. title today?
Her top end speed is just amazing. So she recovered from, I think by her standards, a subpar first half of the race and was still able to run the fastest time in the semifinal of 7:10. And here's her friend and training partner, Micaiah Briscoe, who got the silver at the last World Championships. She was second fastest in qualifying with her 7.13. Head-to-head, they've raced a lot. Hobbs leads 14-6 over Briscoe.
So they'll be separated by a lane. Briscoe in 4, Hobbs in 6. You see the rest of the field. Lane 1 at the top of your screen, lane 8 on your right.
It's possible somebody else could sneak in there. Barnes ran 7:15. That's a time you certainly have to pay attention to. So it's not a given that the first 2 across the line are the training partners, but we certainly feel that given their relative experience to the rest of the field, Briscoe and Hobbs are the 2 to watch in this women's 60 final. How fast is this track? Of the 3 fastest times ever run in this event, 2 of them are right here. Both of them last year, one by Hobbs, the American record 6:94, and the other one, the national record by Julian Alfred of St. Lucia to win here.
Still a capacity crowd here on hand at the Albuquerque Convention Center. Eager anticipation for these final 2 sprint championship races, and we begin with the women's 60-meter final.
We have our first false start of the day. When the gun sounds after they've already taken some steps, chances are somebody is going to get disqualified. It's different if you see just a flinch and maybe they call the race up. But as we saw yesterday, when the gun sounds, yeah, you see this many officials conferring and looking down at a computer to look at reaction time. There's a chance that somebody's not going to participate in this final, Paul. Let's see if we can get a look at who committed the false start. Probably going to need another look. There we go. That seemed pretty fair to me. But remember, these blocks are wired. You see the wires just behind the blocks? Anybody that reacts faster than 1/10 of a second to the gun is going to be disqualified in theory. This is a lot of discussion between the start officials. And every time this happened, I remember that when we changed this rule in 2010, the purpose was to save time on television. It has not done that.
So they are going to show a green card, and that means that there is no disqualification, and that usually results in the crowd being happy because they get to see everybody still in their lanes. So we'll get that group of 8 back into the blocks for the second try, attempt to get this women's 60-meter final underway. Again, the men's 60-meter final with Noah Lyles and Christian Coleman just a few minutes away.
That's a lot of delay to say no problem whatsoever.
Just building tension, Otto.
That's what it is.
So Hobbs, the American record holder, in 6. Briscoe in 4. Keep an eye on Clark as well in 5. Women's 60-meter. And this time they're underway cleanly. And it is Briscoe in the middle of the track, but now here's Hobbs. Hobbs and Briscoe training partners. And we'll wait for the time.
For some reason, the clock on our screen did not stop. So we have to await the in-stadium time, 7:02 for Aaliyah Hobbs, which makes her equal third fastest in the world, and it means that she is primed and ready to go get a medal at the World Indoors. Briscoe was leading, but here comes Hobbs just at the line. Briscoe hung on for second in 7:06. That's the season's best for her. But Hobbs had to come from quite a ways back. Just like she did in the semifinal, the first third of this 60 seems like it needs a little bit more work. Certainly if she's going to get under 7 seconds and deal with the form of the other fastest women in the world in Glasgow.
So training partners, now USA teammates, the World Indoor Championships. Lewis?
All right, Aaliyah, you had a step behind. How did you close it to win the national championship here?
My coaches say always be patient, trust the training, so I've been patient, across the finish line. I saw him kite the whole time, but I knew it was up, so I was like, all right, 1 and 2, so that's all, I just being patient.
You know your teammate, and Micaiah, for you guys train together, so you know each other so well.
Yep.
You had the lead, but now you're both going together to Glasgow. What does that mean?
It means a lot. We trained for this. The goal was to be 1-2 in this meeting. That's what we did, so once to Glasgow to do it again, hopefully.
All right, victory lap time in Albuquerque, ladies.